Hello there. I'm out of town right now. I'm at a conference, and the boss is at home supervising other people because that's what she does best. So today's snacks around the world should be slightly easier because she won't be hovering around me like a vulture wanting some of the snacks for her own. Although that being said, I do miss her. She's tough, but I still love her. Anyway, it's time for snacks around the world. Hello everyone, welcome to Snacks Around the World. That's where I open up one of my Universal Yum boxes and do a blind taste test for all of you. If you're wondering why I don't do this live, is because right now I don't have the capability to do that. And also I edit myself a lot. I'm just being honest, y'all. But before we get started with that, if this is your first time here, welcome. I am Gretchen, the Tipsy Travel Gal. I'm a licensed esthetician and a travel agent. It is my goal to eat, drink, and spa my way around the world. Now, obviously on all of my journeys, I plan on bringing you along with me, and I will show you some really cool things to do, some really amazing sights to see, and of course, some delicious food and drink. Tonight's drink right now is just a styrofoam cup because it's a little bit late and the bar in the hotel is already closed, so soda it is. Now my hope is that this is going to inspire you to travel as well, whether that be international or domestic. So if that sounds interesting to you, please consider subscribing to my channel because there's a lot more of this to come. Also, if you're wondering about my journey from software developer to esthetician to travel agent and where I'm at now, please check out my GoFundMe page. I will link that in the description. And that kind of tells you what's been happening recently in my life to prompt this huge change. And if you have some extra cash, I would really appreciate a donation if you can, please and thank you. But now it is time to get started for Snacks Around. Now this is the Czech Republic box, so I usually have the booklet that comes with it, and then I can read the descriptions, and unfortunately I threw it away. I don't know why I did that, but it's gone. This is going to be a true blind taste test. A lot of these treats are in packages in a language that I do not speak. Bear with me. So if you don't know, when it comes to the Universal Yums box, you don't get to pick what treats they send you. So I really don't know what's going to be in the box until I actually get it. And then I open it up and I kind of read through the booklet and look to see what's there. And yeah, I'll be honest with you, this time around I was really excited. Again, really excited to try everything. Sometimes there are ingredients and things that I don't necessarily care for, or foods that I've tried before that are just not my bag. Doesn't mean I don't like them or I don't think other people should try them. It just means that they're not my favorite thing. So I don't necessarily get to see these. Then I put them in order and I try to alternate them between savory and sweet, savory and sweet. So these are in a particular order, but sometimes I'll do the ones that I don't necessarily want to try first. This time I'm actually really excited to try all of them. One of the things that I did get in the packet this time is a potato soup mix. So they've been kind of doing this where they send interesting things along in the boxes. Now this is a potato soup. You just add water and cook. So I'm curious because, ow, that hurt. So I'm curious because it is finally soup weather. So I'm excited to give this a try. But let's move on to our first snack. First up is the Ketchup Ghost Potato Puffs. Now, apparently they actually have a little ghost face in the potato puff. I'm not gonna lie, very excited about that. These are potato puffs, so just by the way they feel, I'm pretty sure they're gonna be like the consistency of a Cheeto puff. But let's find out, shall we? First we do the sniff test. Ooh, these smell good. All right, let's pull one out. Well, they do have little ghost faces on them. Look how cute that is. Isn't he cute? All right, let's give it a try. These are actually, look how cute he is. Sorry, dude, I still have to eat you. Now, I say it every time I have a ketchup flavored snack. They usually taste like Campbell's tomato soup, which isn't a bad thing. because I really like Campbell's tomato soup. So it's not, I'm not necessarily getting the ketchup taste as much as I'm getting a tomato soup taste, but either way, these things are really yummy. These would be a nice snack for when I'm like sitting here watching TV in my hotel room. It has been pointed out to me that I chew like a gerbil. Do I chew like that in real life? I don't know. So yeah, these are delicious. All right, moving on. Next up, this one's a complex one. Chocolate covered gingerbread with a plum filling. So it's a dense gingerbread cake with a sweet plum filling and then covered in chocolate. Now I can't tell if it's a dark chocolate. This is choco icing, so for those of you who don't know, I am not really into dark chocolate. I like milk chocolate. I'll even take bittersweet over dark chocolate. It's just a thing. So, but I'm always up to try anything. I always just find that dark chocolate overpowers things. So I'm really hoping that this is going to be milk chocolate. Also, gingerbread is not necessarily something that I enjoy, not even at Christmas time. So I'm curious to see how the chocolate and the gingerbread and the plum, which I do like, balance each other out. So let's get this open. Okay, so that smells really good. It's proving to be a little bit more difficult to get out of the package than I had originally anticipated here. This is definitely a milk chocolate. You can see the two pieces of the gingerbread cake, and I'm assuming that the plum is in the middle there. I have a funny feeling this first bite's gonna be incredibly gingerbready and chocolatey. We'll see. Here we go. Sorry for the extended chewing here. I mean, I cut a lot of this out for the video, but I will tell you that there was a lot of chewing. When they say this cake is dense, they are not kidding. I mean, this is a dense cake, and yeah, I got a lot of gingerbread and chocolate. Now let me show you the middle here. So I kind of got into it, so I'm just gonna break this in half. You can kind of see here. I'm gonna take a bite of where there's more filling and see what I think about it then. It's such a heavy cake. I need to take a drink. So a couple things. I will tell you that the plum filling is divine. And as far as a spice cake goes, the taste of this cake is really tasty. It's balanced really well with the chocolate. It's just really a dense, chewy cake, and that's not necessarily my thing. It's a good treat. It's just not my thing. So we're just gonna go ahead and move on. I washed my hands because it was a very soft chocolate that kind of melted on my fingers, which taste-wise, yummy, mess-wise, ugh. And I reapplied some lipstick because I probably should have used a liquid lipstick that had some staying power. I did not. It's a lip tint. So my bad, too late now. I'm not starting over again. Lipstick will have to just be applied over and over and over again. But I'll carry on, you know. Such a burden to bear. Next up are jalapeno bacon popper chips. And they are inspired by the Czech Republic's smoky bacon. Now, I love some spice and I love poppers. So I'm really excited about these. Now, that being said, I have had bad experiences with jalapeno chips, making me not feel so great. So, you know, will I suffer from my art? Sure. So apparently they're smoky, they're spicy, they're full of crunch. Time for the smell. Ooh, I can smell them already. It's time for the smell test. They don't smell as spicy as ooh, wait. That smoke kind of got to the back of my throat. All right, maybe I'm mistaken. Maybe they do smell spicier than I thought. I will tell you this, I definitely get the smoky bacon smell though, 100%. You know, bacon flavoring is very similar to ham flavoring. It's really hard to get that right sometimes. So, you know, only time will tell, right? So here's the chip and here we go. No. do not like the taste of this. I taste neither jalapeno nor smoky bacon. I taste liquid smoke, but that is not a good combination. I do not care for this. In fact, I just glanced over at the rating because I pulled all the snacks up on Universal Yums website since I didn't have the booklet, and I just glanced over at the rating, and it's like a 2 out of 5. I mean, there's like no spice flavor to it. So when I think of a jalapeno chip, I'm thinking it's gonna be a spicy chip, like it's gonna hit my tongue, it's gonna stay there for a while, but no. It's just a weird, greasy, smoky taste. Well, you know, everybody's tastes are different. Doesn't mean that they're bad, doesn't mean that you won't like them. It's just my thing. So let's move on to the next one. Okay, next up are apple and cinnamon strudel gummy sticks. Now I'm going to tell you, there are many things here that excite me. I used to not be a fan of apple candies. Honestly, the last couple boxes I've got with apple candies in it have been just delicious. And this is apple and cinnamon, so yeah, I'm actually kind of stoked about this one. I also really like strudel. Now, I've been to Germany and Austria. Strudel's a thing there. I don't know the type of strudel that the Czech Republic has, so I'm kind of curious about that. But let's open these up and give them a try. It's funny because the description, it says warm Czech strudel like never before, chewy. That's not really something that's going to sell me on these. That just doesn't sound right. Okay, so. Not really getting apple or cinnamon. Oh, they've got like a sugar. Okay, I don't know if you can, you probably can't see it. Maybe you can. Yeah, you can a little bit. It's like coated in like a sugar. All right, here we go. I don't know how I feel about these. I mean, okay. They didn't smell good, which kind of turned me off to them. I bit into them. They don't taste like apple. There's like this really tiny hint of apple and cinnamon. And the outside, I don't know if you can kind of look in there. I don't know. I don't like these. Makes me very sad. They smell and taste very synthetic. When I smelled them, I didn't think, oh, these smell like apple. I was like, this is apple flavoring. You know, it had like that weird synthetic smell. And the same thing with the cinnamon. Now, actually, when you get the hint of cinnamon, so when you first bite into it, it tasted like fake food. And then the more I chewed it, the apple and the cinnamon kind of started to come out just a little bit. But then it really quickly went away. It's a very odd consistency. It is not like a gummy. When they say it's chewy, they really mean it. Yeah, this is just weird. I don't know. I'm not happy with them. And I'm going to be honest with you. Eating this on top of that bacon jalapeno, my tummy's not feeling very good. I'm trying to decide if I want to keep going. Yeah, I'm not feeling great right now. My stomach's a little bit unsettled. And it's not the candy or the food per se. Like, there's nothing wrong with it. It's just the last two things have tasted very synthetic and fake. And that's just kind of thrown me off a little bit. So I'm going to give myself a few minutes before I carry on. So all right, I'm back. You know, while I was gone, I was kind of looking over what's the next several snacks I have lined up, and I probably should have read them a little bit better because I think I would have ordered them a little bit different because the next ones coming up are some ingredients that I don't necessarily care for. So let's just go ahead and get right to them. I still am keeping an open mind, but yeah. So next up are the Caraway pretzel bites. If you don't know what Caraway tastes like, it's very licoricey. If you enjoy rye bread, that's got a lot of Caraway in it. Caraway's not one of my favorite things. I don't care for licorice. Let's just do this. All right, sniff test. Oof. Yeah, this just smells like rye bread. I don't like rye bread. Apparently Caraway is the most popular spice. So, you know, we're just gonna give it a shot. Yeah, here we go. Open mind, open mind. I always do an open mind. Here is what it looks like. Here we go. Yeah, that's what I thought it was gonna be. Tastes like a piece of rye bread. Here's what I say I do like about this snack. The pretzel itself is very crisp and airy. It is not like a dense sourdough pretzel. That tasted really good. When I first popped it in my mouth, I got that immediate pretzel taste. But as soon as I bit into it, it just tasted like I was eating a piece of rye bread. Now, if you like rye bread, you will probably love these snacks. I will say this, it doesn't taste synthetic. I mean, those are actual caraway seeds on these things. And it isn't super strong. So it's not like I bit into it and I didn't want to finish chewing it or eating it. It's just not my thing. But I will tell you, if you like rye bread, you will love these because the pretzel is just so airy and light and crunchy that, yeah, it's like chewing on a really crunchy piece of rye bread. So it is what it is. It's not bad. It's just not my thing. So we're just going to... These are the Fruity Llama Gummies. There are 4 flavors in here: juicy pineapple, mango, melon, raspberry. Melon's not necessarily my favorite, but usually in a gummy it's pretty good. The other 3 I'm very excited to try. So let's open this up. Ooh. Oh yeah, the smell here is good. They're really cute. Look at the little... I don't know, it's hard to see because of the light, but there's an actual, see the smiley face? This one's pink. I'm gonna gather it's probably raspberry, so let's go. Okay, that one was delicious. I'm gonna bet this is pineapple. We'll see. Yeah. I've got like 2 different shades of yellow. Let's try this one. That one's mango. I don't know what that last one was. Here's the thing. These are delicious candies. Only drawback, and I don't know if you can see it. See how they're kind of like I don't know if you can see, like they're kind of like a dull color. And they feel like they've got some kind of powder on them. So, you know how gummies have that like almost shiny texture to it and it's sticky? These are not sticky at all. Like that's the texture that you can kind of see, that's the texture that I'm used to. So it's kind of an odd choice for a gummy. And I'm gonna be honest here, the texture was the same thing that I didn't enjoy about the apple cinnamon sticks. It's like they have their own version of gummies or something. I like them, they're very tasty. The flavors don't feel fake, like they don't taste like, doesn't taste like a synthetic raspberry. That being said, the texture of the gummy is so odd. I can honestly say I'm not quite sure that I like it. I mean, it's just weird. It's weird, but it tastes good. So I'm gonna give it that definitely. But I mean, I ate a bunch, so the taste isn't the factor. It's more of the texture. So I'm just gonna leave it at that. But not bad. Let's just go ahead and move on. Next up is the dark chocolate nut bar, and it's got pistachios, almonds, and peanuts in it. Now from the picture, it looks like it's a granola type, and that being said, it's not crispy, it's kind of flexible here and chewy. So let's just get this thing open. It is dark chocolate. I'm just really hoping that those nut flavors just kind of come screaming through, you know what I mean? Okay, here we go. Here's what it looks like. Oh, it smells divine. That's the side, that's the top. There's the chocolate on the bottom. I have very high hopes for this. Mmm. Mmm. Mm-hmm. It's like a super decadent granola bar. It's like an upgraded version of a Payday candy bar. You know, Paydays are all peanuts, but this has almonds and pistachios thrown in there, and I love almonds and I love pistachios. So you hear the crunch when I took a bite. I wasn't expecting it, so it was a little bit tough to chew, but I chewed it because this thing is delicious. The nuts are tempered very well with this chocolate. It's like, but then as you like bite through it, like the chocolate mixes in. Yeah, this is delicious. A little messy, but yeah, I'm definitely gonna throw that in my purse, the rest of that in my purse, and I'm gonna snack on the rest of that tomorrow when I have my morning coffee at the conference. So that was really good. A plus. So let's go ahead and move on. This next one intrigues me to no ends because they are chocolatey oat and let's try that again. They are these are chocolate oat and coconut cookies. And the description says they're half chocolate and half coconutty Czech oats. So it's almost like half, half, half. Now, I adore oatmeal cookies. I love crispy ones. I love chewy ones. I love ones with raisins in them. So I'm all there for it. I don't know if this is flaked coconut or not. We'll see, because I don't necessarily like the consistency of a flaked coconut, but again, open mind, always an open mind. And this one also does have dark chocolate, but if that dark chocolate distribution is anything like that nut bar, forget it. So let's open these up. Oh yeah, these are coconutty. Wow. Ooh, those are really coconutty. Oh, look at how thin they are. These are like so ridiculously thin. And it's like perfectly distributed cookie and chocolate. The coconut is just like so coming through. But now when I smell it directly, I definitely smell like a scotchy cookie smell. So let's do this. It's not bad. The cookie itself, it's really like dry and crumbly. Like, I mean, something this thin, you expect it to be like almost like a snap type cookie. Like it's gonna be thin and crispy and just like snap and and crunch in your mouth. You can definitely, if you kind of take a look at that, it's almost like, I mean, the coconut actually really overpowers the dark chocolate too. It's just a really strange texture. Yeah. I mean, I was hoping it was gonna either be crispier or chewier, but it's like, it's really dry. They would just disintegrate with coffee. This is not like biscotti or a crunchy cookie. It's like crumbly. I mean, they're not bad. I had really high hopes. It's just like so dry in my mouth. Okay. Yeah. All right, let's just. Okay, we're getting close to the end here, and these are sour gummy bites. You know, I love a good gummy, so I'm optimistic that these are going to be different than the other ones. Because the other, actually, you know what, the other ones had great flavor. It was just a really weird, it wasn't gummy-ish. So I'm hoping these are more gummy. They have dual flavors, so they're super chewy, and they have great fruity flavor, so I am ready to give these a shot. I also love a good sour candy, to be completely honest. I enjoy, like, I love lemon, so let's give these a sniff. Oh, you can definitely smell the sour. Here's what it looks like. So it's also, it looks like it's got like multiple flavors. So you've got like the dual flavors here, but you've also got it wrapped in another flavor. So let's give this a try. Okay. Not sour. Very fruity. But as with the other gummies, it is not a gummy consistency that I'm used to. It kind of just fell apart in my mouth. It was like really a hard first bite, and then it just kind of like fell apart. Let me try another flavor. That one had a kick of sour. That one made my mouth water. But it's not like super sour. The flavor combinations that they've got are good. But like I said, that it's like hard when you bite into it and it just kind of falls apart in your mouth. And it's grainy. They're not bad. They're just not great. I just want a gummy. I just want that chewy gummy consistency, that jelly-like candy. And that's all I'm looking for. Is that too much to ask? Is it? All right, let's move on. Last but not least, and hopefully we're finishing strong here, these are raspberry pressed candies. Now, raspberry is one of my favorite foods and definitely one of my most favorite artificial flavors. So I'm excited about these. They said that they're sugary. I'm wondering, the picture almost looks like a sweet tart. And I like me a sweet tart. So now they say as soon as it hits your tongue, it explodes into a berry flavor. So you know what? Let's just do it. I'm ready to give these a try. Hard to get open. They definitely are like little, they're way bigger than Smarties. You can kind of see they're like button size. So they have that same chalky outside that a Smartie has. So let's just give it a shot. It's just like a Smartie. And that raspberry was absolutely delicious. I'm gonna do another one. You can let these sit on your mouth and dissolve, but honestly, I'll put this thing in my mouth, I just want to chew it. So if you like Smarties, you're going to really like these candies. They are very flavorful and absolutely, you know, I'm gonna say it, more flavorful than Smarties. So those were delicious. I am so happy that I finished with those because that was a great piece of candy, and I'm just gonna throw this in my purse. When I want a quick sweet treat, this will do the trick. So this box had some up and downs. I'm not as happy with this box. A lot of it came down to just me not caring for the particular flavors that were in some of the ingredients, but the majority of the stuff that I didn't care for, I wasn't thrilled about, really was just a consistency issue. It was either too crumbly or too dense or something. So yeah, the flavors weren't necessarily bad and they came through pretty good. I mean, the only one that didn't have a good flavor were the bacon jalapeno chips, because that tasted very synthetic. The apple cinnamon strudel sticks kind of were also synthetic as well. Everything else had the intended taste that it was purported to have, but I didn't necessarily care for all the tastes. Like those Caraway pretzel bites, yeah, they were, if you like Caraway, you're gonna love them. But I just, you know, that's not my thing. I'm not gonna say I'm disappointed, because how can you be disappointed with snacks? That's the end of Snacks Around the World. Let me know, did that inspire you to maybe, you can go on Universal Yums website and buy some of these snacks. Now, some of them are sold out, but any one of these, you can go on Universal Yums website and see if they are still available, and you can purchase them yourself to try. They're really not over the top expensive. Like those raspberry things are like $1.20 a pack, and you have to buy them in packs of 4. So yeah, you know, I mean, they're not expensive. So what do you think? Would you want to try any of these snacks? Would you go and try them? If you do try them, please comment below. Let me know what you think, especially if you try one that I didn't necessarily care for. Yeah, I mean, if you are a rye lover, I really want to know what you think about those Caraway pretzel bites, because I think you would just love them. Thank you so much for watching. If you liked this video, please give it a like. And remember, if you'd like to see more content like this, please consider subscribing to my channel. That would be great. Feel free to comment me below, or you can also reach out to me on all the other major social media platforms. I'm on all of them as Tipsy Travel Gal. Also, you can send me an email if you go to my website, tipsytravelgal.com. If you look all the way at the top and go to the right, you will see a contact me link, which will allow you to send me an email. Again, thanks for watching. I hope you enjoyed this, and until the next time, bye.